father-in-law has one of those miracle stories in which a seemingly terrible accident possibly ended up saving his life. His story includes a fall from scaffolding in high school band practice. While the accident was scary, the medical screening that followed revealed that his underlying heart condition had become more severe. I remember hearing them talk about the fact that they had noticed his declining energy level and that he was taking more frequent naps. The signs were there that something wasn't right beneath the surface, but the symptoms had come on so gradually that they didn't trigger an alarm. In this week's scripture readings, we encounter two individuals with serious health conditions. The woman who had been bent over for 18 years was most likely the victim of a gradual process of slowly slumping further and further forward. The man with the swelling condition most likely had an underlying health issue as well that would have had a gradual onset of symptoms. By the time these two people met Jesus, the damage had already been done, and the symptoms were irreversible, barring a miracle. But just their luck, Jesus is in the habit of performing miracles. Both walk away from him with a physical wholeness they have not experienced for a very long time. But then we see something we don't expect. The Pharisees and teachers of the law inexplicably react with anger to the miraculous healings that they witness. Just like the physical condition of the two who find healing, the Pharisees' spiritual condition appears to be in a state of decline. What may have at first been almost imperceptible symptoms of pride or legalism had grown out of control. By the time they encounter Jesus in Luke chapters 13 and 14, they seem unable to even recognize their infirmity. Instead, they choose to reject Jesus because his healing and wholeness goes against the system that allows them to disguise their sickness and call it holiness. The Pharisees are descendants of a long line of people exhibiting symptoms of illness. Adam and Eve believed the lie that God doesn't love them and want what's best for them. Death, the great enemy, enters our world, and within only one generation, darkness gains a firm footing when Cain kills his brother Abel. By Genesis 6, the world has degenerated to such an extent that God says he regrets having made the human race. But God finds Noah to be righteous, and so he instructs Noah to build an ark in order to survive the terrible flood that he sends on the earth. Months later, the floodwaters recede to a new beginning, but it's not long before people return to a state of sickness and sin. We soon see the people, desiring to make a name for themselves, building the city of Babel with the tower to reach the heavens. So God confuses their language and scatters them across the face of the earth, and generations pass. Then in Genesis chapter 12, we see God telling Abram, "Go from your country and your people and your father's house to the land that I will show you." And God establishes his chosen people on a foundation of righteousness. He promises them health if they will follow his commands to guard their hearts against idolatry, injustice, and immorality.